Hellblade is an amazing game created through a collaborative effort between game developers and neurology scientists. And in this video, I'm going to watch a development diary from the actor who plays Senua. So the actor who does Senua's face, motion capture, and her voice acting. We are about to see what she has to say during this development stage of Hellblade. So this is going to be really interesting, especially for those of you who play Fortnite, because as you know, Hellblade is also designed on the Unreal Engine, which is what Fortnite is also using, as Fortnite is basically a giant advertisement for the Unreal Engine at this point as well, showing game developers what the engine is actually capable of in game design, as well as other media industries as well. So we might talk about that in another subject and video, but let's dive into this development diary now. I'll be reacting to it and giving my 2 cents on what this person, we're about to find out who she is, because she's literally Senua's face, you can see it already, on what she has to say on this development stage at this point. Let's watch.
And I play the heroine Senua in Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. I'm also Ninja Theory's video editor, which makes me responsible for all the dev diaries that you're watching, like the one right now.
Okay, so that's really cool. So she's literally a video. She looks really excited at that. I'm not going to pause it anymore. I just wanted to quickly jump in and interject there, but I'll be talking over the top at points as well. But that's really cool that she's literally the video editor of these development diaries. Like that's really cool. So let's jump back in real quick.
And because I'm away on my Christmas holidays right now, and
okay,
I
nice.
want to leave you without another diary for the rest of the year, I
we're traveling.
asked Dom if I could do an episode on how I became Senua while I'm out here in Hong Kong.
Ooh, oh, Hong Kong, okay. Right, so becoming Senua, so we're about to see how her process was.
So I'm 25 years old. And,
so young.
I come from a place called Paderborn in Germany, which lies in the northwest of the country. And
explains the blonde hair.
About 16, I decided to move to England and study photography and video editing.
Oh, what are you doing in England? Doing photography and video editing?
How did we not meet? I then joined Ninja Theory in Cambridge. And I was working on.
Are you in Cambridge as Poly Boy?
Where I filmed behind the scenes on the mocap shoots.
DMC.
And I also created the game trailers.
That's really cool.
So like I mentioned
she edited the game trailers as well.
My actual job on Hellblade was to be the video editor only, and to create episodes about the game and put them online for the public to follow every step of game development.
Didn't even know that was even a job that was available to video editors. That's really interesting.
My path kind of changed from being behind the camera documenting everything to also being in front of the camera as lead character Senua.
That's really cool.
So while
she has a very distinctive face for that
looking for
role.
A professional actress to play the role of Senua, they kept asking me to be a stand-in for their experiments, or sometimes to just try out different styles of makeup for Senua's face, or war paint on her arms, for example.
Yeah, you're doing it really well. Doing it really well.
Somehow
really just stand out.
I started getting more and more involved in the process without actually realizing it at that point. And they started asking me if I could act out little test scenes for them. But
heck yeah.
I didn't realize that acting is actually my worst nightmare, and I've always avoided it, even in school.
Yeah, acting's a tough role.
Scenes were quite dramatic, involving crying and screaming, and I was having to perform in front of my work colleagues. I felt very embarrassed.
It's surprising how good she is at the role as well.
Turn
like
their backs on me or to switch the lights off, because I just felt
turning down the microphone a little bit.
Being watched by them.
Leave me alone! Shut up!
She's experiencing the uncomfortability and then throwing it into the game.
Rather than a very serious person. So after helping out for a while, Tan approached me and asked me if I wanted the role of Senua, and I was really surprised and had no idea what to say to him.
We've got some music here, so I might have to turn it down a little bit. So
and she said that I'm already acting in the office every day without even realizing it.
I turned down the wrong thing. We're just going to leave the music up. We just leave the music up. She's clouding around a bit.
It took me a while to think about the offer, because I was worried if I was capable enough to do the job, because I've never acted before. But also I was thinking of what would happen to my video editing job. In the end, I just went for both. And
I'll say this now. You can see this is actually 6 years old now, but it's so valuable. So I can tell her now, if you're listening or maybe watching, because I've spoken to some other game developers and people behind the scenes as well, so maybe this might reach you, but you're doing a really good job considering that this was like an unnatural role for yourself, and leaving a video editing role as a person who's actually been in that industry as well. It feels like you're kind of like you're just leaving a safety net. So that's really brave of you to do. Like if you have a video editing role, especially now, like if you're looking at the time scale of like now compared to what it was 6 years ago, leaving a video editing role just seems like it's a really insecure thing to do, especially as a video editor. As a video editor, like jobs are far and few between. You might be freelancing on different networks or different marketplaces, and it's just like when you actually get into the groove of reoccurring clients, it's really difficult to want to let that go, especially if you're in like the videography stage as well. So that's another role that I've done, so I know exactly where you're coming from. It's just really strange that we're in the same field like that, so really interesting. Let's continue to watch here.
Ended up doing video editing while sometimes still wearing my mocap suit.
Video editing during with mocap? Mocap's something that I haven't done.
The first thing we had to do was fly to Serbia to get my face scanned by 3 laterals.
I got a friend from Serbia. I have a Serbian friend.
The face scan was really fun, but it had a downside to it, which was the face mask that I had to wear all day. After about an hour, it got rock solid and
it's solid, isn't it?
Very painful.
Does it not come off?
After I had a
It's
detailed
like clay.
scan of my face, Ninja Theory also decided to scan my body and muscles. To prepare me for that, they sent me to a personal trainer called David Morgan, who's an ex-Olympic weightlifting athlete,
really?
5 times Commonwealth champion. We only had
I love this
6
development.
time to get my body into shape. So after measuring my body and telling me what I can and can't eat, the aim was to lose body fat and build as
Hard
much
diet.
muscle as possible in the short amount of time that we had.
Cool. Someone gonna pay for my gym sessions, man. I swear we're going hard. Oh my days. I'll train
I
with
managed
them.
to lose about 3 kilos of body fat and gain around the same amount of muscles. So then I was ready to go to my body scan.
Right, so now you're getting an inside view on the motion cap.
I still
How that
decided to
works.
stay fit for the role as Senua because it made me feel good, but also it came across better in the mocap when I felt strong.
Yeah, that's dope.
So I
You can see her body
continued going
transformation as well.
weightlifting and doing everything that Dave taught me. But I also started getting into boxing and MMA training.
Yeah, it's the gateway.
I recently had my first class in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, that's dope. Add that, like once you've opened the door to that entry, like it'll be like, allow me to train.
To prepare mentally for the role as Senua, I really tried to remember my own real-life experiences, but I also
It's audio again, so I'm just going to slightly turn it down correctly this time. Yes, she's talking about the mental illness. I'm trying to put this back up.
Those meetings were very useful because I got to understand the human side of things, of what it feels like and how it affects them.
It's a huge part of
Also
the
how they're
game.
fighting to overcome the challenges that they're facing. Because I'm now representing those experiences, I really tried hard to imagine how it would feel like and how I would react in their position.
Psychosis and different types of mental illness that she does face throughout the game.
My body and mind, but to improve my acting skills, I decided to rehearse away from people to come out of my shell more. So sometimes I went into an empty room or into a forest to just experiment of what I'm capable of.
Forest is a good
I
idea.
had no idea that soon I'd be performing in
Depending on where you
thousands
are
of
in the
people
world.
rather than just a few work colleagues. At our live presentations, I was not able to ask the audience to turn their backs on me. Those live presentations were extremely hard. We did months and months of rehearsals and had 14-hour days.
Yeah, it's
I also had
beautiful. This
blinding
is a beautiful
lights in my eyes
process.
the whole
Blinding
time and
lights are
headphones
awesome.
taped to my ears with audio representations, so I couldn't hear or speak to anybody. I was also attached to cables,
Wearing a headset.
so I couldn't really walk anywhere without asking someone for permission.
Cables is rough, so obviously when you need a toilet, it's like make sure you get to the toilet before you get
It's the monkey. It's like a monkey.
before you
But
get
the
those
team
wires
was
and
super
use
cool
the
and
toilet.
supportive, and we always used the time in between takes to joke around and keep the spirits up.
Fresh fish.
The pressure of performing in front of so many people was extremely high, especially because I was supposed to show off a brand new tech that kept breaking during the rehearsals.
Oh right, okay.
Moments before the presentation, I got so scared that my face just went blank. Everybody started to panic backstage because they thought the facial silver was broken.
And it was just literally like she just.
Scared that my face went completely frozen.
This is such a cool video, by the way.
Curtains to reveal me live on stage.
Oh, that's amazing.
I had tears in my eyes, and my nervousness actually worked out to my advantage because it made my performance much more believable.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
Thank you, my love. I promise.
Her stages of development and how she's got to this stage is
Because
I
I've
admire
been an
it.
actor before, I thought that everything I had to do was normal. But only afterwards I kind of realized that some of the things I had to do have never even been attempted before.
So if you look on that side of the stage, you'll see that Melina
Epic Games
has
keynote.
just performed the entire scene live in real time from within the Hellblade world.
the first time she's ever done it. It's the
It
first time
was
I've seen it.
slightly more difficult because I had to play two Senuas at the same time. So one Senua speaking to the other. So I had
Right.
to count a lot of timing in my head and watch markers on the floor to not have the two characters bump into each other.
I've done it with video editing, but
Sigraf
also
was
with a
lot
little bit of
more risky on the
voiceover, so I
performance
understand that
side
as
and
well.
also
It's a
on
lot
the
of time.
technology side, but in the end,
I do it all in my head.
everything worked out great, and the performance was spot on, and the timing was spot on. The technology didn't break, and we even
That's good.
managed to win the Real-Time Life Award.
On behalf of everyone who worked on this project,
Let's have a look.
say thank you. This has been like a labor of love for really the past, I don't know, 7 weeks.
Look at your Unreal Engine too, man. That's cool.
It's been amazing so far, and I feel really lucky to be part of the project. It's been a great personal journey for myself.
You're doing really
I
well.
really can't wait to see what more there is to come in the next year.
Same. I'd love to see some more. Right, so there we go. That's a little bit of the developer's diary there. That's mainly focused on the actor. I'm going to go back to her name because I feel really disrespectful not remembering how to pronounce her name initially. I didn't want to get it wrong. So I'm just going to go back here to the initial part of the video so we can get her name clearly. Also
so
will be
I'm
featured.
25 years
Right,
old,
so let's go.
and I
into-
come from a place called Paderborn in Germany, which
Paderborn in
lies
Germany.
in the northwest of the country.
Trying to get her name.
Like
It was
the one
initially.
right now. Hi, my name is Melina Jürgens, and I play the hero.
Melina Jürgens. So Melina Jürgens, you are absolutely amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. I love the process. This actual video diary is so extremely helpful. I would love for you to do more of these. And I'm also going to look into the Phycosis and how it works with the development as well, because that was absolutely dope. Thank you for watching. Back with another one.